Well, before anybody gets too bored with us, I'm going to skip to this part and announce Albany County Soil and Water Conservation District. They awarded us $19,013.80 for culvert replacement projects. And I want to say congratulations to everybody in the village, and I want to thank Sue and Henry for working on that. It's not a giant grant, but let me tell you, that 20 grand is outstanding.
Yes.
So nice work, and we've already got this earmarked for a couple that projects that really need some drainage help. So when do you think you're going to hit those, Henry? Sometime
Probably right after, probably September.
once you button up all this other.
Yeah, we get through a couple of big projects.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's great. Perfect. I love it. Keep it coming. All right. I've also got the Highway Department report. Everything as you'd expect, mowing, trimming, bag and brush. Also want to thank the entire crew for prepping the pool for its opening. It was a group effort and they did a good job. We also loaned the use of our sweeper and an employee to the town of Queens and the town of New Baltimore to give them a little assistance with keeping the streets neat. The firehouse sign, which I'm sure a lot of people have noticed already, it's not up and running yet, but it's really close. We did that in-house. That was a grant that was secured through the efforts of a lot of people, but Travis Whitbeck spearheaded that. So they got this really awesome digital sign. Our DPW crew helped install it, and that should be up and running, keep everyone informed. Looks nice, and thank you for that. There is a lot of work going on, a whole lot of work. I know it's like a war zone out here, and I thank everyone for their patience with it, but it's all for the better. Henry, you can jump in whenever, but I know we are paving down by Peter B. on Eloise, Van Hoosen. So that's an area that you're going to want to avoid tomorrow. There shouldn't be much going on down there anyway. And then the following day, it's going to be up here.
Yep, Western Ave.
Western Avenue. It's been milled, so use caution. Drive slow on the milled surface, especially anybody with a motorcycle or bicycle. But that will be getting new pavement. Also for the residents of Laura Lane, this is not a project that we are doing, but it was a bonded project back when Laura Lane Extension was built. And that was, so this is going to fall under autumn development scope. They told me that they would be beginning the work and have it wrapped up the week of July 14th, I believe they said. So that'll be fixed up, and thank you for bearing with us as we get that road up to spec. We appreciate them taking care of that. And we've got police reports, courtesy of Queens Police Department, and this was
May.
What months are these?
May.
March, April, May, I believe.
Yep. Yes.
Yep, so total calls for May, 1,336. Total for April, 1,323. And March was 1,489. Busy. All right, and Ravena Fire Department. Here's our June. Looks like 8 calls in the month of June. 3 were in the district and 5 were mutual aid requests. June 22nd, they had a very substantial one, a tractor-trailer fire on the thruway just south of the overpass. And they got really lucky. That truck was hauling large rolls of paper, and they were able to keep it contained to the truck and not the trailer, which would have been an absolute nightmare. And I know the firehouse, they've held several fundraising events for the month of June. They did the boot drive, annual chicken dinner, and they're having car washes. And they'd like to thank everyone who supported them at the events. The next fundraiser is August 19th, which is the annual steak dinner. Tickets are $15 and pre-ordering is encouraged. And on June 26th, the fire department had a unique opportunity to present the nation's colors at the MVP Arena prior to the start of the Albany Empire Arena football game. And a special thanks to Deputy Chief Travis Whitbeck for coordinating with the Albany Empire and allowing them to participate, which was really nice if you got a chance to catch that. And I know there's a clip of it circulating on the internet. And this is from Kevin R. Phillips, Chief, Ravena Fire Company, Ravena Hose Company. All right. And we also have the meetings from the Planning Zoning Board. We'll read those into the record.
Maybe for me.
What do you got, Linda?
No, I was just looking at the Town of Queens Police Department. At the bottom, they had some community events. Saturday, of course, I took it, being the rep person. July 16th, 2022, there's a bicycle road race beginning and ending at RCS High School from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes, that's the one that, I believe that's annual, and that goes out over the hill, right, Henry?
Wow.
So anybody, yeah, I'm sure they'll announce that, just to be extra aware. There's gonna be a ton of bicyclists on the road, and just give that area a wide berth, 'cause there's a lot of them. I'm not sure the actual route of that, but I'm sure Town of Queens will take care of that.
Oh,
We also have the All Funds Bank reconciliation. Now, put that to the record. Yeah, let's see, what else? Okay, so I have the estimate.
yes.
I'm sure some of you have noticed our welcome signs to the village. They're made out of wood. We've repainted and scraped them and repainted them for many years. This estimate is to have the signs redone with a newer, more modern design on and the name of the material is it's called Color Core. I think it's an HDPE material. It's a plastic, and the signs would actually be engraved on CNC. No painting, no maintenance, besides wiping them down periodically. They're UV resistant, very heavy duty. And this estimate is for 4 large signs to replace. We are going to eliminate the one on Mountain Road to save some money. We think that one it's a bit redundant, as we have one located by Francisco's, Feliciano's, on the Point, and at Peter B. So those are the 3 big ones. And then we'll have 2 smaller ones in the park for something that we've got cooking down there.
Yeah.
But we'll hold off on that little project. And it looks like the grand total, and this is material, shipping, layout, design, and installation help, the whole 9 yards, $4,400. And I would motion that we accept the estimate and enter into the contract with a deposit and an okay if the rest of the board
A second.
agrees.
Oh. Second that.
Yes.
All yes? Okay. Sue will get that back to, I'll just put it in my pile here. And I'm almost done talking. Then I'll let everybody else jump in. I was able to meet with Advance Albany County Alliance last week, and this was a project that, it's about 6 months in the works, I'd say. And that was to identify shovel-ready sites within the village of Ravena. And by shovel-ready, they mean the water's there, the electric's there, the sewer's there, where a business can come in and get rolling real easy. And we were able to identify about a dozen that had that, and there was a few larger ones and a few smaller ones. Some of, all of our, we have 3 of the abandons or non-used on Main Street that were all identified as part of this. So, it's an inventory evaluation, and, it's the first step in getting these things filled up and maybe attracting some investors in. So it was a very good meeting, and it was a step forward, which is, in my book, the right direction to be headed. So,
Right.
looking good with that. That is all that I have. We will switch it up, start with Caitlin this time. Put her on the fire, because I know Caitlin's got some stuff to report about the festival and our very successful pool party.
So we had our first pool party on Friday. We raised $320, which I thought was fantastic. Enough to pay for one of the face painters at the festival. But I think more importantly, everyone had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The kids had a blast. There was a ton of people there. The concession stand guy, the food is amazing. So if you go down to the pool, definitely check out MVP Snack Shack. He had really good stuff. So the pool party was a big success. I kind of want to maybe do that annually too. That'd be nice.
It was.
It's kind of nice to have something to do on 4th of July weekend. And then Friendship Festival, we're just plugging along. Still looking for donations towards the kids' activities, towards the fireworks. We're looking for community participation. If you're a non-for-profit who wants a booth to encourage participation in your organization, you can email the Friendship Festival at gmail.com, and you'll get a free vendor spot. I don't charge non-profits vendor fees. Just plugging along, trying to raise money, and the vendors are steadily coming in, so all's going well for the Friendship Fest on August 27th.
Last Saturday in August.
As always.
All right, which brings us to,
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I wanted to mention, and I'm not quite sure the permanent date, but down at the senior center, they are getting deliveries from the regional food bank of fresh produce. So I believe Lakin said they were going to try to do it for Mondays. I know this past week was Thursdays, but you can always just call the senior center to find out what day, but it's free local produce that you can just go and pick out yourself. And produce is pretty darn expensive right now, so free is a good price. So if you're interested, just contact the senior center.
Nice.
Cool.
All right. We were approved for the street light on Pulver Avenue. Well, the far end of Pulver as you cross Dempster is a very dark spot there on the way to the park. So we just signed that, sent it back. I'm not sure how long Central Hudson takes for their actual install, but it's approved and they're ready to roll on it. So good news there. Henry, is there anything you wanted to fill us in with as far as progress, what you got going on?
We brought up the paving, so that's moving right along. Just to let the residents on McConnell Ave know, JAT Construction is gonna be doing some work for Central Hudson. And it's gonna be down at the access road at the very end. So you'll be seeing a lot of construction vehicles going down there. So I just wanna let the residents know, if you have any questions, they can call me or call the office. We'll let them know what's going on, but that's gonna be starting up very shortly with that. That's about it. You brought up about paving. Pool, we had issues with chlorinator over the weekend. Got a new chlorinator in, and since Saturday, that's been up running. No major issues right now, knock on wood. And me, Linda, and the mayor went over to the pool, looking at some things. We're gonna be some upgrades that we're gonna have to do at the pool eventually, and I thought the board and something we gotta do down the road over there.
Yeah, we'll get a proposal together and iron it all out.
did you guys want me to look at different engineering firms with that, or what are we gonna do?
I think we're gonna want someone that specializes
Specializes in that.
in that, you know,
I'll start asking around for that.
outdoor aquatics. I guess it
Maybe
would be.
the gentleman who is giving us the bids for the splash pad
Yep,
may know of that.
yep. I'm gonna talk to, when we do our little field trip, Linda, we'll talk about them and also.
Okay. That'd be good.
Yeah, what we're looking to do is a more efficient and effective and environmentally friendly way to keep the pool chlorinated in the most safe, effective way that we can, which eliminates, you know, the human aspect of it. You know, we want to get this thing, which will save a ton of money because the price of chlorine is, it's increased substantially. Delivery fees are becoming ridiculous. So we're, you know, it might be a little bit of an investment now, but if we can save money in the long term with it, now's the time to do it and get those pumps placed properly, finally, so they're not struggling so hard to maintain. So we got a lot to do. Won't happen this year, but we'd like to get a plan in place for the following season for
Which,
sure.
you know, just let people know, the residents, that was my first project when I came here, so those pumps and all that stuff is 35 years old. So.
And it'll be your last one too.
You might be mad.
Better not.
All right, that's it.
Thanks, Harry. Joe, you got some stuff going on?
Yes, indeedy. We're just wrapping up the drinking water source study, and we will reveal that. I'm emceeing that thing on the last Thursday of July. I also wanted to comment on the pool party and the pool in general. Pool party was great. It was so wonderful to see so many people out there enjoying themselves, especially kids. And just the, you know, in the few days the pool's been open, it's had a decent crowd. It's good to see some familiar faces, and just a shout out to the crew that made that happen. But all in all, you know, things are going good. Survived another holiday weekend, and had fun doing it. So
And you're gonna reach out to our attorney as far as setting some industrial
just
rates for the water, right? We're gonna-
industrial, yep, and
We'll get
commercial
that ball
rates for
rolling.
water.
I just got one more thing. I just want to thank, you know, my crew busted hump today with that milling on Western Ave. But I also want to thank the town of New Baltimore and town of Clemens. They sent trucks down to assist. So we had 8 or 9 trucks in line, so it kept it moving right along. Where we thought it was going to take all day, we were done by 11 o'clock.
Nice.
Milling it, so
Sweet.
I just want to thank those 2 other governments.
Nice.
Nice.
And they got a little black gold for their trouble, right? Perfect. All right, Linda, what do you got going on?
Just a couple things. Was at the Planning and Zoning Board meeting this past week, and I wanted to state that the public hearing that was opened did close June 27, 22, and it's about 57 South Clement Ave, and no decision was made. And there is another public hearing, change of occupancy, 100 Main Street, mixed-use climate control storage and apartments, and that will be 7/25/2022, July 25th, at 7 p.m. here.
And that's the old bowling alley.
And that's the old bowling alley, yes. And I also, if no one else has anything, I'd like to make a motion on our audited bills for abstract 2-1-22, vouchers 2-1 to 2-25 for the amount of $89,732.80.
You second that?
Yes.
Pay those
Otherwise,
bills.
we're doing good.
Nice. And I have seen, got a little sneak peek at the plans for 100 Main. It looks very nice. So
Yes, it
I
does.
know the fellow that's running that show, and he does nice work,
He does.
and it's clean, so
Yep.
That
Looking
is
forward to it.
good to see some movement there.
Yep.
And he's also expressed interest in, he's got some other property behind it. He was kind of asking questions, you know, what do we need down here? What would be nice? So he's very open to talking, and that's good. That's one less empty slot. I like
Right.
that. Susan, anything from you?
Not now.
Bus-
Penalties on your property tax now.
Oh, you're always the fun one.
I'm the bearer of bad news, I'm sorry. Nothing else, I'm working on my AED. That's about it.
All right. Well, unless anybody's got anything else, I think we've covered all the bases. Maybe? All right.
Maybe.
Just something for you guys to think about as a board. The backup water department truck has seen better days. I witnessed a piece fall off in the parking lot in front of me today. We need to think about,
Is that the fire police thing?
no, this was Jimmy's truck
Oh,
that he plows with. It's seen better days.
Big
And
jump.
as much as I like a challenge, this thing is scary. So he maybe not even necessarily needs another truck replacement, because that's, you know, they're pricey, but they do drive from here to Albany weekly with the samples, with the water samples.
Right.
So I was thinking something maybe along the lines of Subaru,
Yeah,
maybe
Good
check
on
and see if
gas
there's a
mileage.
green initiative.
That's a
we
good
could
idea.
Jump on or something along those lines. Nothing new, you know, secondhand for sure. But it's something to keep in the back of your head. It's another expense that's gonna be rolling in, because that thing's.
well, if you're saying that, Mary Jo, then I'm
Yeah,
thinking-
you've seen my wrecks.
When it gets to that
I'm
point,
thinking, yeah, probably does.
So,
they should
something
have
to think
traded it in
about.
2 years ago.
Oh, and you know, just so people know, because I got a ton of phone calls and messages this weekend. Apparently, last year Albany County banned all fireworks, even sparklers and you know, anything. They just banned it all. So I got a lot of calls, and I think it was fairly quiet, but
It was better.
you know,
Not
I'm
in
not.
my neck of the woods.
There wasn't like this huge announcement, so I think a lot of people didn't know, and
No.
that coupled with the fact that the next county over, you could buy whatever you want, you know. But just so people know, that's where it stands. Obviously, village does not police that, that's a police matter, but, so everybody knows, that's what Albany County did, so.
Was Good announcement.
But the 4th has passed, and we are,
On to other things.
yeah, we're moving on. Like
you can
school
bring your
starts in like a
dogs
week,
out.
right?
What?
So it's over.
Whoa. Slow down.
6 weeks of vacation left.
All right. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you. And I motion we adjourn.
Second.
Yes.
All right. Have a good evening. Thank you.
So funny.